Good evening. An official from the Bureau of Corrections confirms a hitman's testimony that former President Rodrigo Duterte ordered the killing of 3 Chinese nationals jailed at the Davao Prison and Penal Farm. During the Quad Committee's 5th hearing on Thursday, September 12, Corrections Senior Superintendent Gerardo Padilla gave the panels a supplemental affidavit which became the subject of Senior Deputy Speaker Aurelio Gonzalez Jr.'s interpellation. Gonzalez asks Padilla if he could confirm the testimony of Leopoldo Tan, the hitman assigned to kill Chu Quintong, Jackson Lee, and Peter Wang. Tan testified during the August 22 Quad Committee hearing that he overheard Padilla speaking with Duterte, who congratulated the Bureau of Corrections official for a job well done. Padilla echoes Tan's words in his affidavit.
Dito po sa aking affidavit, babasahin ko po. Pinapatutuhanan ko ang sinabi ni Tata na nung papunta kami sa investigation section ay tumunog ang cellphone ko at ito ay sinagot ko. Ang tumawag sa akin ay ayon sa boses ay dating President Rodrigo Duterte at sinabing congrats Superintendent Padilla. Job well done, pero grabe yung ginawang dinuguan.
Padilla also confirmed to Gonzalez that he indeed talked to former Police Colonel Royina Garma and retired Police Colonel Edilberto Tan. Previously, Padilla said that Garma called him over the operation to kill the 3 Chinese nationals.
Naamin mo ang lahat na ito ang sinabi ni Jimmy Fortaleza last hearing na nagkausap kayo ni Colonel Garma.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Inaamin mo din na nagkausap kayo ni Colonel Leonardo na sinabing papatayin nila ang 3 Chinese national.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Kingdom of Jesus Christ founder Apollo Quiboloy allegedly assured his teenage sexual abuse victims that they remain pure and intact because they supposedly got intimate with God's Spirit, according to the Philippine National Police. Citing the testimonies of another batch of purported victims, PNP spokesperson Colonel Jean Fajardo says the victims who allegedly experienced sexual abuse at the hands of Quiboloy are reportedly bound by a code of secrecy. Quiboloy also allegedly warned the victims that an angel of death will get them if they break this vow. The PNP earlier revealed that more victims have come forward to shed light on the systematic abuse in the religious organization. These victims include young women known in the KJC sect as pastorals or personal assistants, with some being minors as young as 12 years old. Fajardo said some of these supposed victims approached the police during the operation at the KJC compound in Davao City to arrest Quiboloy. Police are currently documenting the fresh accounts to boost the cases against Quiboloy as it urges more victims to reach out. The televangelist and 4 of his subordinates, Jacqueline Roy, Ingrid Canada, Crescente Canada, and Silvia Semañez, surrendered to authorities on September 8, emerging from one of the buildings in the KJC compound after being given a 24-hour ultimatum. Quiboloy and the others are currently detained at the PNP Custodial Center in Quezon City. Another Quiboloy subordinate, Pauline Canada, was earlier arrested in July. Quiboloy and his 5 co-accused are facing cases of child abuse and human trafficking. Senator Win Gatchalian reveals the names of foreign individuals who allegedly facilitated Alice Guo and her cohorts' movement in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore after they fled the Philippines in July. In a press conference, Gatchalian cites reports and names of 3 individuals believed to have facilitated the former Bamban mayor's movements abroad.
May nakita rin ako ng report na galing sa Indonesia na si Duanren also is part of those people na tumulong sa grupong ito na makatakas. Sa pagkaalam ko, si Duanren, no, important. Si Duanren ang isa sa mga active personalities dun sa movement nila sa Indonesia. Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. So Wang Ziyan ni isa. Tapos meron pang isa si Jiang Jie, who's an incorporator of Zunyuan. President ng President ng Lucky South pala.
Wu is the top executive of Whirlwind Corporation, which leased land to raided Philippine offshore gaming operator Lucky South 99. According to Gatchalian, the three individuals helped Guo and others book hotels and specifically facilitated their travels.
Nag-book ng hotel, nag-facilitate ng travels, may mga contact on the ground. Interestingly, doon sa video, yung pag-raid, nung kinuha si Guo Huaping, di ba, may raid. May mga, narinig ko sa behind the background, may mga Chinese na nagsasalita eh. Hindi Indonesian, mga Chinese. So, obviously, ang contact rin ni Guo Huaping doon, mga Chinese rin. Iyan yung network niya.
However, it is still unclear if these three individuals also helped Guo escape Philippine jurisdiction. Earlier, the dismissed Bamban mayor said she was able to flee the Philippines last July with the help of just one foreigner. No further details have been disclosed about the identity of this foreign individual, except that he is considered the boss of all bosses of Pogos in the Philippines. He is of Chinese nationality and he holds 5 passports. Dismissed Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo filed her counter-affidavit in response to the material misrepresentation case filed by the Commission on Elections against her. Comelec Chairman George Garcia says Guo filed her counter-affidavit through her lawyer on Thursday, September 12. According to Garcia, the Comelec can now terminate the preliminary investigation and proceed to the resolution of the case. He also notes that the Commission is not singling out Guo as they regularly handle misrepresentation cases. The poll body previously gave her until September 12 to submit her counter-affidavit after she filed a second motion to extend the deadline for filing of her response to the charge. The Comelec's decision also said that she would not be granted any further extension. Guo's camp filed the motion on August 30 to ask for an extension of 15 days starting from September 1 until September 16. Earlier, the Comelec en banc unanimously approved the recommendation of the Law Department to file charges against Guo for misrepresentation in her certificate of candidacy in the 2022 elections. In June, the National Bureau of Investigation confirmed that the fingerprints of Alice Guo and Chinese national Guo Huaping were a match. Only natural-born Filipinos or foreign nationals who became naturalized Filipino citizens are allowed by Comelec to file candidacy in the local elections. Former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque was held in contempt again and ordered detained in the House of Representatives until he submits the required documents proving that he has no connection to Philippine offshore gaming operators' hubs. During the House Quad Committee hearing on Thursday, September 12, Bukidnon 2nd District Representative Jonathan Keith Flores moved to cite Roque for contempt after the lawyer's continued non-compliance with the lower chamber's subpoena and refusing to submit documents requested of him. Quadcom co-chair Ace Barbers approved the motion. According to Batangas Representative Jervil Luistro, documents like Roque's statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth will be crucial to determining if he indeed did not profit from Pogo hubs. The Quadcom panel previously denied Roque's motion to quash the subpoena the panel issued against him. Flores also moved that Roque be detained until he submits the documents or until the Quad Committee is dissolved. Barbers also approved this motion. Roque was also ordered detained last month, but only for 24 hours for supposedly lying to the same committee as to why he failed to attend the first hearing in Pampanga on August 16. Roque is being linked to Lucky South 99, the raided Pogo hub in Porac, Pampanga, after documents with his signature were found by operatives. Authorities are looking into alleged crimes committed at Lucky South 99, including torture, kidnapping, and forceful abduction. However, Roque has repeatedly denied having any links with the Pogo hub. China will supposedly crush any foreign incursion into what it deems its sovereign territory, including in the South China Sea, according to a senior Beijing military official. On the sidelines of a defense forum, Chinese Army Lieutenant General He Lei tells reporters he hopes the South China Sea will remain a sea of peace. But he emphasizes that the Chinese People's Liberation Army will crush any supposed foreign hostile encroachment on China's territorial, sovereign, and maritime rights with firm determination. He also warns that the People's Liberation Army will never have any patience if the United States supposedly moves its pawns, push other countries to the front line, or if the US ends up on the front line themselves. Washington and Beijing have verbally sparred over China's increasingly assertive approach in disputed maritime regions, including the South China Sea. In recent months, Chinese vessels have engaged in a series of high-profile confrontations with Philippine ships in disputed waters. On September 11, the Philippines and China held a bilateral consultation mechanism in Beijing where both countries exchanged frank and candid views. The two countries stood firm on each of their claims in the South China Sea but agreed to continue discussions on areas of cooperation concerning the disputed waters. Beijing claims almost the entire South China Sea, including the West Philippine Sea, despite a 2016 International Court ruling that its assertion has no legal basis. President Bongbong Marcos debunks rumors that Defense Secretary Teodoro resigned from his post. In a chance interview on Thursday, September 12, Marcos brands as fake news rumors that Teodoro quit as Chief of the Department of National Defense. He then urges the public not to be swayed by such fake news and other false statements flowing on social media.
Una-una, sagutin ko yung tanong mo. Fake, 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 fake news. Yan. Lahat po ng ating mga kasamahan ay walang ginawa po, kundi araw-araw, bagong paggising hanggat matulog, ay kung paano tumulong at paano pagandahin ang Pilipinas. Yan po ang hangarin ng lahat ng pamahalaan ninyo. Huwag po kayo nadadala sa mga fake news na ganyang klase. Huwag po kayo madadala sa mga yung mga pangpagulo na ginagawa nila.
Social media flowed with claims that Teodoro resigned as defense chief and that more cabinet members of the Marcos administration were also planning to quit. Marcos adds that he and Teodoro just laughed at the issue during a phone conversation earlier Thursday. Malacanang, through Press Secretary Cesar Chavez, belies the gossip and describes it as pathetic attempts to sow disunity. These are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.